Welcome back to Soul Spark Tarot. I'm your host, Mr. Anu. And today, we got just for you a little understanding of something new. So, I appreciate y'all for being here. This is the Yap session. So, if you don't want to hear me yap, just go ahead and skip to the video. But with that being said, yo, what's good? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? Hope y'all doing well. You know, doing great things, being amazing, all of those things. So, I've decided that I'm going to separate these yaps into their own little series. I'm hoping that that'll allow me to make more actual readings and then not have the talking as much if you don't want it. I think you should, take the lecture because it helps you understand the reading a lot better. But we'll just call them spiritual yaps. Um, just like Soul Spark Radio is spiritual raps. Yeah, I think it'll allow for more space when I shorten things up and rearrange. So, yeah, that's what I have for you. um, that's it. All I got for you is that. Let's get to the reading. Um, so, get this overall message, please. All right. What's the overall message? Ace of Swords. So, overall message is the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. It's too much light shining in. Ace of Swords. So, I love this. We got a brand new story, a brand new thought. New. I think it's a full moon, right? I believe it's a full moon. I don't know where. Um, but my energy levels have been up and then chill, like very relaxed when they're relaxed. So heightened, meaning my low has increased up to a higher version of low. So if my average low score was a 60, now my average low score is a 70, even though my average high score has also went up. So my range has increased. My budget, let's say, has went from $3 into $8. It has increased. So looking at this, it's allowing us to see newness in the oldness. You're increasing your range in how you can perceive. You're increasing your range of your awareness, which creates the space around you, which gives you a newfound understanding of the environment that you call your matrix space. I said that specifically because I have been focused on acquiring new knowledge in order to explain the old things. Range. I have a range, but now I'm becoming more confident in that range because I can see way further now because I'm looking for more range. I have a ability to scope things out in a further sense before I actually reach the point of me interacting. A new range. I can see. And this is what this is representing. It's showing us a brand new story. It's showing us a brand new know-how. It's showing us a brand new understanding of what we have on the inside, but how we can project that further out on the outside. In other words, we don't have as many bends and twists and turns as the light is projected from us. We have more of a straight line pathway. And when things can move in a straight line, things can be arrayed or arranged in a specific pattern or expression. So the idea is now we know which way the light is being shown. And because we know which way the light is being shown, we can take a step back and we can see a different picture. And then we can take a step back and take another look and see another new picture. The key here is that because the light is moving at a more consistent pattern, now we can start to see the picture. Just like if I had a whole lot of laser beams going into a single space, it doesn't really look like much. But then if I start to spread that space out, now all of a sudden I got a laser pointer and I can see a face on the wall instead of a dot on the wall. I can see some stars on the wall instead of a dot on the wall. Changing from looking at a single focus point, a mental thought, and then expanding it so we can see what is created from that point in space. This is the understanding of this Ace of Swords. That's our overall energy. We're increasing our range. Again, I want you to think circle. I want you to think circle. And from the circle, we don't grow in parts, but we have to perceive the parts as they're growing through what we call different degrees. But now I want you to view it like this. Boop, boop. It just expands, it pops or bubbles into a new expansion. That's the idea of what I want you to understand. Don't think of it as going forward in space and time. No, you have to understand that you have to create all space and all time at once. This is multiplication, but we want to multiply at a very, very, very quick rate, which means this is exponential multiplication. Moving at rapid rates, but exponential doesn't mean doing more and more and more. Exponential means being aware of more and more and more to expand all at once. One band, one sound kind of vibe, one team. And when you can be unified in those different aspects, being aware of those different aspects, but then justifying those separations under the unification of some common denominator, now we can start to see how we can move at a way faster rate. This is the idea of being on a team. You can get things done way faster. If it's me rowing a boat across the ocean or the lake, let's be more reasonable, across the lake, that's going to take a long time. But if it's me and 8 other people, it still might take a while, but it's not nearly going to take as long as it would with just me. So then if I get 2,500 people, that's a whole lot of people rowing that boat. I probably only, do like 20 strokes versus the 500 by myself. And because I'm only stroking for a fewer amount of times, that means I can also include more power, more strength, more effort, more focus, more tension into those fewer rows. So there's so many benefits that come from understanding on the team, but on the team starts with being on a team with yourself. And I think that's the new perspective that's being brought to us right now. We're getting a chance to increase our range of who we are as people. And that is what this full moon is about. You might have all kind of emotions. You will. The whole point is you are now expanding. Can you hold that? Are you a vessel that's big enough to possess all of these different emotions and let them interact? Think of it like this. I got a lot of examples coming up. Think of it like this. I'm at a school full of 200 kids. That's a very small school. And then guess what? If I want to expand, I need to have the resources to allow kids to be kids. So instead of 200 kids, we got 500 kids now, a little more than double. 500 kids. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to have to double the amount of staff. I'm going to have to double the amount of food that we have. I'm going to have to double the amount of curriculum. Everything else is going to have to automatically double. We're going to need to double the amount of classrooms, the amount of space, the amount of field equipment, the amount of sports equipment. All of that is going to need to expand. So that's a very simple way to understand this. You are now allowing more of your parts of you to show up as you, more parts of you to show up as you. That is space. That is increasing your range. That is allowing you to say, hey, I can be good and bad over here, but then I can expand on it and say, oh, that's just a period of time. That's a learning lesson. I can get a new point of view because at the end of the day, it's in the giving moment that makes it good or bad for somebody or someone. It You can be the somebody or you can be the someone, but in those personal or local interactions, those exchanges happen. And if those things proliferate on their linear pathway into a point of expansion, then you can find a newfound understanding. But if I can just take a step back prior, I can see this is just a moment of space, like a teacher observing two kids go over a conflict. But we teach kids how to go over conflict. So if I intervene, how would I know how far they've grown, how much they expanded, the range of their ability to diffuse uh, or escalate? We have to be able to take a step back and just be the observer. And when you take a step back, you increase your range of observation. And this is where we're at right now. We're at the ability to see more because we can think more, we can be more. And so, with that being said, I'm going to bid you adieu. I appreciate you for listening to this guy. This one card reading. All right. Peace.